Guys, what's up? I'm Brian here doing another video for you guys, and this time I just wanted to talk about Transformers Misfortune, what happened, the history with it, before the actual show gets released. Because there's stuff to talk about, and so I decided, hey, I want to talk about it. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. The first thing we'll talk about is what started it. Why did we want to do the show? And I noticed that there weren't a lot of comedy shows like Red versus Blue, but for Transformers. I'm not saying that there's none. I'm just saying that I haven't noticed a lot. I noticed that a lot of the Transformers shows that get around are, and I'm not calling them generic or saying anything bad about them, but they're mostly story driven and, they get straight to the point. And again, I'm not saying anything bad about it, but I wanted a show that's also kind of story driven, but also a lot of comedy. And I pitched this idea to Scott, aka Optimus0420SL, and I decided to talk to him about the idea behind Transformers Misfortune. Now, the idea behind it was originally going to be Optimus Prime's retirement from being a Prime, and it was mostly going to be about that. And Bumblebee was actually going to be the butler of Optimus Prime. And that was pretty much it. That was the comedy show that we had at that point. And I wanted to take it a step further. I wanted to do more for it. There were times where we would talk about it, and then there'd be like months and months would pass, and we would talk about it a little bit more, and then months and months, and then we would talk about it, someone would mention it. And at some point we decide, okay, you know what, we need to sit down, we need to actually talk about what we want for the show, because I want to get the show going. And if you guys don't know, Scott is also kind of a comedian like me, or at least we have a very similar sense of humor. So what I wanted to go for was I wanted to get him on board, and I wanted to pitch the idea to him. I wanted him as co-creator and co-writer because we both have that sense of humor. So we decided to talk about the characters and story idea. And we mostly talked about the characters because there were certain aspects of the characters that we wanted to do, and we wanted the show to be driven by not only the comedy, not only the story, but the characters themselves and the comedy around that. So, and of course, we wanted to put those characters and that comedy in this kind of story, this kind of thing going on. So we talked a lot about what would happen with the characters and how they would act, and that is how we added Crosshairs and Tailgate and all these other characters to it. Tailgate was actually our favorite one to talk about. We love discussing what would be for Tailgate. And we continued our discussion with Optimus Prime being a drunk and Wild Rider being a sarcastic character next to Starscream and all this. And we decided, okay, these are the characters. We actually had a lot more characters than you might think as planned out. We had Leadfoot and Bulkhead in the mix as just these two fat characters. And that would be pretty much it. But we decided to take them out. There's a lot of characters in Transformers Misfortune that are kind of just there just for a joke. But it's just, we wanted to put these guys in. We wanted to make some comedy out of it. So we definitely want some characters that we would highlight. And then we want some characters that would be around just for a joke or something like that, just for a running joke. And the possibility that, well, this character we can do something with in the future. This character we can do something. But for a lot of them, they're just mostly there for a joke. That's not every character. That's not even half the characters, actually. That's just a small portion. But there's also a lot of characters that are gonna be highlighted, like Crosshairs, Bumblebee, Starscream, Wild Rider, Optimus Prime, Ultra Magnus. Those characters are going to be highlighted throughout the show. And once we had the ideas of the characters, we decided, okay, we're going to work on the script. And as of March 2015, I believe, we decided to announce the show, and then later on we announced that we were looking for voice actors, which we got a whole bunch of voice auditions, which were great, and we can't believe the amount of voice actors. I can't remember which character, I believe it was Crosshairs, that was the most pitched for. It was the most auditioned, is that even a word? But a lot of people auditioned for Crosshairs, which was great. He ended up going to Larry Art's production. In fact, a lot of characters went to Larry Art's production. We also had some voice actors that were picked out, but we had to change it up and give it to someone else, just because of certain things that I'm not going to really go into. I don't hate any of the people, but there were certain times where we picked someone and it just didn't work out. It's not like we had an argument or anything like that. It's just, stuff didn't work out. That's fine. But we ended up finding the voice actors for each character, and there were some voices to where I wanted to get this guy in and that guy in, so I contacted them and they joined in. Um, and yeah, so with Transformers Misfortune, we finally found our voice actors, and we finished the script and we did the voices. Um, and about maybe a couple months later, we actually started filming the first episode. But after that, we didn't really do much else. Actually, no. We did about 4 episodes as of February. And after that, we didn't really do much because I just didn't feel like getting at it. Because I'm the one who's mostly doing the filming. I'm not trying to say, hey, highlight me or anything like that. I don't know what I'm saying. Basically, I'm not trying to give myself all the credit. I'm just saying that I'm the one who's filming, of course. Um, so there were times where I just didn't really want to get into it. There were times where I had to make a prop or do something, and I was just like, oh, I have to do this now. Um, and it's also because I kind of have this worry thing that if I do something right away, then it's not going to be as good as if I were to take a little bit of time on it and wait for it and then think, oh wait, no, I could do this instead, or this would be a better idea to do. So I decided as of recently to finish the season. And I just wanted to get the season done because I was so tired of waiting. I know a lot of people were tired of waiting for the show, and it's not fair to the people who decide to voice act in it, who wanted to be a part of it. And I know there's a lot of series that I announced that I wanted to do, and I just didn't really get to it. But there's a lot of reasons behind that. But Transformers Misfortune was something that we had so much going into it that I just didn't feel it was right if I stopped here and just ended production and just gave you guys incomplete stuff and just told you guys, okay, you know what? I didn't feel like doing it, so here you go. Here's just everything that I had filmed. Run with it, I guess. Just do whatever. I wanted to finish the season off because a lot of people were actually writing it. Okay, it was just 2 people. Actually, no, it was 3 people because we had some people come into the video calls and help out with the writing. So no, it was 3 people at most who were writing an episode, and then the voice actors and everything that went on. It just didn't seem fair, and I didn't want everyone to wait this much longer for Transformers Misfortune, and I just hit the camera. I didn't want everyone to wait this much longer for the series, so I wanted to get it done, and I decided, okay, you know what? Finally I can get it done, because there were a lot of other projects that were in my way, and I needed to focus on those. Once I had those done, I could work on Transformers Misfortune, and when I finally got to it, and I finished off the second half of the season, because I had the first half done, but I needed the second half done. Once I was finished that, it actually didn't take me that long to do. And I believe I was just a couple of episodes off. I was almost finished, and I decided to announce that the show would be coming out because I wanted to get a goal going for it, and I wanted to get the series released at this point of time. The series is going to be released very shortly. The first season is going to start at some point in time, and I can't wait to show you guys what it is. So basically what I wanted to get at is I wanted to thank everyone that was involved with the show. I wanted to thank everyone that has patience with the show, because a lot of people were waiting for this. Um, and I want to thank everyone in general. And I actually do mean this. I'm not saying this for attention. I'm saying this because so many people got involved with the writing and all this, and there's more stuff going on than what I do for my other shows and whatnot. Um, please check out the show when it comes out. Check out the episodes when they get released. I'm asking you guys to please check these out. If you don't like swearing, well, this isn't the show for you, of course. But if you don't mind, please check out the show. And not just for me, but because there's so many people that were involved with it. There's like probably 10 or 15 people that were involved, which doesn't sound like a lot, but is compared to a lot of the other stuff that I do. And we've been waiting on getting this done, and it's mostly my fault as to why it never got released. And I just wanted to get the series done, and I just want you guys to check it out. I just want you guys to see it, and I hope you guys enjoy it because I made it so that you guys would be entertained by the series. That was the main reason why I wanted to do this. I wanted to make people laugh. You know, that's why I wanted to create it. So, with that out of the way, I thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, I guess, or whatever. And please check out the show when it comes out. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time.